I know. I need better lighting, okay? I hear you loud and clear. But what am I supposed to do about that at this very moment? But now that Joker has been out for a full opening weekend, we can finally talk about it in its spoilery goodness. But yeah, Joker's been out for a full weekend. The title of this video is Joker, spoiler talk, probably something about the ending, I don't know, clickbait, all types of stuff. So if you can't tell by now, this is me warning you that there will be spoilers for Joker in this video. I'm not going to give a play-by-play of the entire plot of the movie, but I will dive into some of the things that worked or didn't work for me that go into spoiler territory. Cool? Cool. Bye, if you're not willing to sit through that sort of thing. So, I said in my non-spoiler review that there were things in the movie that I didn't really buy, like I couldn't attach to it. The first of those types of things that happens is Joker is like doing his, well, Arthur Fleck, I guess he's not the Joker yet. He's doing his sign twirling thing, and then a bunch of kids jump him, they steal a sign, they beat him up, and they mug him. It's like, you, of all people, would really get mugged, but then you want to say that nobody ever notices you, nobody ever sees you. Not so sure about that. And his boss later on is like, yeah, that story doesn't make any sense. And it trickles down into when he's on the train and he gets beat up by those guys that, for some reason, know all the lyrics to Send in the Clowns. Whatever. And they start beating him up, and he kills them with the gun that was given to him earlier, which he accidentally exposed to a bunch of hospital kids, which, why did he bring that with him? He's crazy, that's why. Such a weak explanation for the things that he does in this movie. I'm getting ahead of myself, but you know, like, those guys are attacking him and they're being ultra dickish, and it's just like, why would they be so dickish? It's Gotham City. It might as well not be. I mean, nothing else makes this really DC except for a couple other things, which I guess it's time to get to those. At a certain point, he finds out that Thomas Wayne might be his dad, so he goes to Wayne Manor to investigate, talks to Bruce for a little while, talks to Alfred. I'll admit that entire sequence only exists to get put in the trailers. It really doesn't add to anything whatsoever. It doesn't add to anybody's arc or anything like that. It's just there. I've mentioned that I thought some of the dialogue was really heavy-handed. That includes him talking to his social worker. The things that he says and the things that she says just don't flow naturally, and it seems like it's trying really, really hard to get the point across, and I couldn't get into it. Now, the movie does take a turn for the interesting after he finds out that he's getting, axed from having therapy, and he's like, hey, where do I get my meds? It seems like he doesn't get them at all now. Like, he just doesn't have meds anymore, and that's where things kind of start to get a little interesting, because early in the movie, it's shown that he dissociates and creates these fantasy scenarios for himself, and those things obviously continue to happen because of his relationship with Zazie Beetz' character, Sophia? I think it's Sophia. Zazie is my favorite. I love her. We must protect her. But she was in Geostorm. Why? Point is, he has like a full relationship with her, but it never really happens. So by the time she actually does see him in her apartment, uninvited, unannounced, she freaks out. And I thought that was actually pretty cool. It was like a bit of a Beautiful Mind, Sixth Sense type of thing, where it's like, But I'm glad they used her the way that they did. That way, if there's like 18 different scenes with her and nobody's ever interacting with her, accidentally bumping into her or saying anything to her, they would blow their cover really quickly. So it's a good thing that they were able to keep the lid on that. And I thought that was pretty cool. And it leads to the question of what in the movie actually happened. And I honestly don't like to sit up and try to be like, well, maybe this didn't happen, maybe that happened. But what actually happened? Because the character's crazy, so obviously there's no way to know what actually did or didn't happen. It's really lame, and I think it's a little lazy. Now, about his transformation into the Joker, because I said that I didn't really think that was paced out all that well. It's really not, because, okay, he goes from, like, he's feeling beaten up by society and all that stuff. He gets the gun causes him to lose his job. He uses the gun to protect himself, but then he goes after that last kill because he really wants the satisfaction from getting that last kill. But then, because those guys just so happened to work for Thomas Wayne, Gotham full of 3 million people, but those 3 men worked for Thomas Wayne. And because of that, because of their connection, it poises Thomas Wayne to say, oh, these people are just clowns. And so the entire criminal underworld of Gotham adopts that mantle. We're all clowns. The clown guy is our savior. The clown guy is our hero. It's just really odd that after one thing, he's Robin Hood now. It's like, even Robin Hood had to do multiple good deeds. It didn't just one person, oh, kill the rich. That's what we're going to do. I really hope that didn't get me demonetized saying that. But it's just really awkward. And then after that, he finds out that his mom's been lying to him all this time, and he's been adopted. He was abused when he was a kid. He thought he was a Wayne, but he wasn't. He talked to Thomas Wayne about that sort of thing. He thought that he was Bruce Wayne's brother. None of that ended up being true. He's just an adopted kid. Finding out he was adopted was really the thing that turned him into the Joker. Because after that is when he kills his mother. He's like, I used to say my life was a tragedy, and I realized it's a fucking comedy. He kills his mom. One of his old co-workers comes over, the one that gave him the gun. He kills him. Boom, he's ready to be the Joker. Now, I will admit the end product of his transformation was very satisfying, watching him dance his way down the stairs, fully embracing who he is, who he's come to be. That was very satisfying to watch. How he got there, though, not so much. I feel like there was like a half hour worth of stuff that was cut out. Now, it was a good tie-in to after he got those first kills on Wall Street, and he found that bathroom and started dancing slowly in it, but he was still like kind of restrained and moved very slowly. Visual storytelling. I love that sort of thing. As I said, I thought Joker was very well acted and well directed, well shot, all that stuff, but it's the script that I have problems with. Now, I also mentioned something at the end being really shoehorned in and tacked on and didn't feel like it fit whatsoever, and that was the murder of Thomas and Martha Wayne. Apparently, the climax of the film takes place on the night of this huge clown rally, like their final stand against the rich, blah, blah, blah. For some reason, the Wayne family decides to go see a movie in the heart of the city, where all the clowns are going to be. They're rich. The clowns hate the rich. Why would you go to where they are? Why don't you just stay home that night? What the hell compelled you to go watch a movie tonight? What type of idiots do you have to be? Then it's like, oh, Joker is being taken out by the cops, blah, 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 and then they crash into him. Don't kill him somehow. I do think this part was a dream sequence where he stands above all his people, he takes the blood from his mouth and makes a smile with it and just embraces his cult following. That's gotta be a fantasy. But what on earth made the Waynes go out that night? And then after all that happens, he's in the asylum, he's talking to his therapist, and he starts laughing. She's like, what's so funny? He's like, oh, I just thought of a joke, you wouldn't get it. And he's thinking about Bruce. The thing that people hated most about Batman 1989 was Joker having killed Bruce Wayne's parents. And now it's like, well, Joker didn't himself do it, but Joker caused a movement that led to that happening. That could have been Joe Chill, who ended the clown mask, doesn't matter. But it doesn't seem like a random killing of of Thomas and Martha Wayne that sparks his hatred for a criminal scum of Gotham. It seems like a result of something that was coordinated and planned, and that just kind of weakens the impact of the death of the Waynes. At least that's how I feel. Overall, though, I don't regret having seen this movie. I do think it was very interesting, and I hope that it leads to a huge increase in character study, superhero films, more thought out comic book movies, but I want them to actually be based on comics and, not just wear the skin of a comic book to sell tickets. That would be lovely. I mean, the movie's not even based on any comics, and the director was like, hey, Joaquin, we can sell more tickets if we call this a DC movie. And it's just really unfortunate that that's the way that they went with it, because honestly, if it weren't a Joker movie, I would have liked it a lot more. It would have been spectacular, because the DC stuff drags the movie all the way down almost, and it just kind of ruins it for me. But I guess that's all I really have to say about this movie in a spoiler capacity. We'll see how I feel at the end of the year when I do my top 10 worst, top 10 best. But again, Joker. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Did you like it? Am I stupid? Are you stupid? Are we all stupid? Are we all clowns? Whatever it is, whatever you think, comment below and educate me. And as always, if you want more videos from me, I don't see why you would, because you never watch them. We're back to that. You guys don't watch my videos. All right, see you later.